EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Baker going to throw this right away. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A first carry for Rashad White. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Mayfield on play action. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk. Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Yaya Diaby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First down, here's White. And the ball is knocked out. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The fumble on 1st down, now here's 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Inside the 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far. And he loses the football a second time. Inside the 20. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. That's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air conditioned.
No bones?
None.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. They'll go up the middle with White. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Steelers, they were fantastic a week ago in a win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Mayfield to throw it. To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. In motion left goes Myers. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get nothing out of that one. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
10 to 11. Ready? Go.
Back to throw here. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there. And it'll bring up third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
79 Broncos, Viking 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw again. And Wilson with it, complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. A really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. Hut.
Right. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Boswell's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returnable here for Davis. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start on the ground with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And got his man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 49 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Ready, break. Come on, set. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. And his kick is good and flags. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start here with a handoff to White. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield down. This is White on the screen. He's got room past the 30. Down the sideline he goes. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White, 77 yards. And the Buccaneers get a bit closer. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make it 24-7.
Buccaneers 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Returnable here for Davis. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
Buffalo 8, Panther 60, Panther 60, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll set up a throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
3rd and 4.
Get it. 19 Tiger. 79 Broncos.
Now back to throw. That is caught. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
60 Eagles. Cougar 19. Drop 50. Go.
Back to throw now on first down. Going right back to Wilson. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
60 Bobcat. Let's go now. Bronco 80. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
60 Bison.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Yaya Diaby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Come on. 7 Pirates.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe for the run. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go now. Traffic. 70. Ready.
Looking to throw. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Waddle, 52 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down in the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them
attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. At his size, he's a smaller back. He can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go now. Nice.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
It's brought in by Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Wright. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
1st and 10 at the 46.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Ready? Come 19. Gravity Lions.
Back to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the puck goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Taking it right down Broadway. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. The Steeler touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
180!
Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Bucs on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Well, he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The 71 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now, that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Mayfield to throw it. And now here's another interception. Down to the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get up.
Give up the middle to right. Down the right sideline. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point now by Boswell. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple. Once again, it's Irving. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A run up the middle with Irving. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd-and-2 situation.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And they make the score a little here in our final quarter of play.
52.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. On 1st down, they'll start out with Wright. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Boswell for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. CD, it's all window dressing at this point, and the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Steelers, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.